Hello ladies and gentlemen and fans alike. Sorry for the grainy picture here today, it's a little bit bad, I know. I've chosen to do this on a different format because my phone is absolutely fucked, and you can probably maybe work out, if you can, bad lighting, but you can see the cracks here right along it. Nothing wrong with the phone, it still works perfectly. And the only reason why is because a lot of you have been saying you're getting a jackhammer noise, and I'm fully aware of that, so I thought I would do this on a different format. So what we're reviewing today, well, it's this. I've already done this. This is Gulden Draak 9000 quadruple. It comes in at 10.5 and is a 330 from the Van Steenberg Brewery. But what's different about this review, you ask, if you're not revisiting it? Well, I'm not revisiting it at all. I've gone ahead and poured it, and it's had time to go down, especially the head. But I've been secretly aging this for 4 whole months. 4 whole months. Reason being because it's a bottom fermented yeast beer. I think, actually, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the Van Steenberg called it a top fermented beer, but basically what that means is that there's live yeast in the beer, and then what happens is the longer you leave it, the more it ferments and ferments and ferments, and it gets better with taste. I.e., like when you get a red wine or something, you keep the red wine for months in a dark cellar, and providing you get the temperature control right, it's going to taste beautiful. And that's exactly what I've done with this. I have literally aged it in a dark place, and I've kept it. And I refrain from cracking it open because I actually love this beer. It's one of my all-time favourite beers, and I can't stress enough, it's up there in the top 10. And Van Steenberg Brewery have done a fantastic job on making these beers. So I did another little experiment which I haven't filmed, and it's a bit late now, but I did the Calvados version, Gulden Draak Calvados, which was aged in brandy cider apple barrels. So that was awesome. This, however, is a different ball game. This is just the standard Gulden Draak, and it's the 9000. But I've aged it for 4 months, and we're going to look at the different tastes and style. Hopefully, the smell is incredible. I can smell it from here. It's so much richer. It's so more flavourable. There's not enough alcohol content. The alcohol content seems like it's died right down. There's a lot more fruit coming in. There's more of a caramel, vanilla. There's like a peach, pear, these sort of different aromas. It's just overpowering and overwhelming. The words don't describe how it actually smells. So if you've got a bottle of this, go and age it, because you're not going to regret it. Wow, stuff's amazing. Head and colour, pretty much still the same. Like my reflection in the last image, I should just do that. But yeah, still the same colour, still the same head as before. Pardon me, I've already had a beer. I did crave this a little while ago, but obviously I didn't want to crack it open, so I vigorously worked my way through these. A range of M85s. These are completely different. These are from Holland. You can't age these. These are just a standard beer that comes in at 8.5% from Holland, and as close as a flavour as I could get, with that sweet taste, that strong alcohol hit, without actually going out and buying expensive beer. This was only about, I think about $1.60 an hour a can. It's going to be expensive because of lockdown. You know, people inflate prices. But certainly I can get this online for about €2, something like that, €2.50. Yeah. Let's crack on with the aged, 4-month aged Gulden Draak 9000. It's been a long waited moment, fans. Been long waited. You know what? That's not as good. That really isn't as good. I'm not getting the punchy flavours, a real strong character that you get from this. It's actually toned right down. The head is more creamier, yes. The flavour isn't. The flavour's more toned down. It's a little bit disappointing. You still got the richness, the warmthness that comes from this. You still got the flavours, but not as abundant as it would if you drink this fresh or on the day of purchase, or maybe a couple of days after purchase. I'm not getting that sort of fruity taste anymore. I'm not getting that alcohol hit. I'm not getting so much the warmth. There is a warmth there. It's more mellowed. It's more chilled. It's been left to age like us humans. You hit a certain age, 70, 80 years old, you begin to, become decrepit. You start to break down. Your bones don't work as well. Your brain doesn't function as well. Kind of this, the flavour has broken down. It's not as nice as it was. There's not so much of that richness, not so much of that flavour. However, the Gulden Draak Calvados, completely different story. You age that and you've got a better beer. It tastes more flavoursome, it's more better, it's more flavour, it's more hard hitting. It's just as good as it was fresh, to be quite honest with you, but this isn't. Do not age this unless you really want the mellow flavour, because that's what it is. It's a very mellow flavour. Mouthfeel is more gentle, more smooth, a little bit more creamier. Aftertaste of that vanilla comes in even more. I like the aftertaste more, but I don't like the first initial flavour. I would happily have the first initial flavour of the Gulden Draak Calvados, or in this case 9000, more so because they're the more punchier, they're more stronger, more flavour. And for the 9000 it's exactly the same. There's less of this strong flavour, but there's more in the aftertaste. However, the lacing is still relevantly good. Regardless of what you're saying, it's still quite a good looking beer, but given the choice, yeah, I would keep this as fresh as you can get it, unless you want it toned down and mellowed. I personally don't. I like the flavour of this. It's a good beer from a good brewery, and to be quite honest with you, I would continue to buy their products because I absolutely love the Van Steenberg Brewery. Never stepped a foot wrong in my eyes. Every single beer they've produced has been spot on. But to me, it's just personal preference. If you want to age it, age it. You really get the difference between the flavours. But if you don't, you're like me, you just want to try it and drink it as is because you love it and you appreciate it, then go ahead and do that. There's nothing wrong in either way of trying. So that's going to round this off now. And I'm just happy to bring you this special one-off aging process. I do have a Orville still aging. I bought that again about 2 months ago, so be hoping to age that a little bit longer, and I'll maybe come back and do a similar review just like this and just see how the Orville tastes. But until then, fans, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you like this video, give me the thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time for some more beer reviews.